We're officially closing the book. We have read the last and final chapter. The kind you dread finishing, but somehow you know you'll always return to read over and over again. Today we're planting our final olive tree on the hill, the 16th one, and this one carries a little more meaning than all the rest. Planted right at the heart of the property, overlooking it all. This one is for our 16-year-old lab Yogi, who we lost last year.
I would wait a million lonely hours, trying to win your heart, trying to get to where you are. And I would live a million lonely lifetimes if I knew I could get back to you. Yeah, I just wanna get back to you.
What's wild is we dug this hole a year ago, fully intending to plant this tree when we planted all the other ones, but for some reason we never got around to it, and the timing never felt right. That is, until now.
If it's a test, I'm doing my best, but it gets hard being without you.
After Zion and I brought the olive tree up the hill and set it in place, I came back inside, sat down, and wrote everything I needed to say to him. When I looked around and counted all the olive trees and saw that it was the 16th one on this property and he was 16 years old, I felt like it was a sign. And underneath this tree is going to be a note from his family, along with a small portion of his ashes that were returned to us when I had his ring made.
Yeah, I just want to get back to you. May take some time. I don't want to find no one but you in my arms. If it's a test, I'm doing my best, but it gets hard being without you.
Consider this chapter 17, the final chapter, the closing of the book, the ending you know that was coming, but you were never ready to read. Until we meet again, my sweet, anxious boy, we love and miss you so, so much. The book may have ended, but his story lives on.
I'm not without you. I'm not without you. I'm not without you. I'm not without you.
What do you know? Facebook Marketplace strikes again, and I have found another great terracotta pot straight from Italy, so the little stamp says, and I could not be any more obsessed. I took the tree that was from our kitchen, the olive tree, and it wasn't doing that well, so I decided to plant it in here, and we love so much.
Feels like the walls are closing in on us. It's a shame, yeah, it's killing me. But this ain't a story of a broken heart. It's us, we're still us, we're still.
Okay, how cute is this new terracotta pot? And the ones that I picked up last week in the background, absolutely obsessed. I can picture it already coming together, the retaining wall with the same stone as our fireplace, grass everywhere, and the most beautiful gazebo. The vision is really coming to life. All right, you guys, now let's plant 200 plus tulip bulbs in my very undone backyard because I refuse to let spring pass me by without enjoying it. Undone backyard or not, this place is about to be full of flowers.
On
and picked up a variety of different tulips. Whatever was on sale, I didn't care. I just know I needed to have them in the yard, and I put them all in a box, mixed them all up so that we can have a springtime surprise once they all bloom.
The curtain close, the rise, the fall, the many ways I love you, the ebbs and flows, the said and done, the lonely nights they call you. No matter how the story goes, just know I'll always love you. I'll always love. Old dreams on hold, pray I won't let go. Don't let go this road. Songs play on, my mind plays on and on.
I love this little tool that my mom had me pick up. I absolutely know nothing about gardening, you guys. A lot of you guys ask me for advice in the comments, and you guys, this is truly my first year where I am embracing my garden era. So if you have questions, I am not the gal to ask, but maybe come back in a couple years and I will be. My mother-in-law told me that tulips really love bone meal, so I made sure to pick that up. Like I said, my mom told me about this really cool tool. I'll be sure to link it down below. And that's about as much as I know about tulips and gardening. But I do know that since I am stepping into my garden era, one day you can basically call me Martha.
Late night. Oh, late night. Late night. Oh.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for?
Like onion, see you next time. Remember, Bill, next time we eat.
It's not an onion.
Escape this time with me.
We got right to work on the planter beds because we want to lay grass before it gets way too hot. And we definitely didn't want to haul the supplies across our freshly new grass. Plus, we're really determined to have a garden this season, and when I mean garden, I want a really, really good garden. In the last video, we mapped out exactly where we wanted the garden and what shape we wanted it to be. Then we started digging the holes for the post, and by we, I mean Chris. I have so many dreams for these beds. Just picture stone walls, an arched gated entry, a climbing rose spilling over the top. I'm thinking a Claire Austin. Oh my gosh, it just sounds so good. I am so excited to bring you guys on yet another journey and DIY with us. This house truly is a never-ending project, and I'm really glad I decided to open it all up to you guys. After we dug the holes, we put in the post and started mapping out the height for the garden beds. I personally like them to be a little bit lower, but Chris isn't too keen on bending down. He says, why would we have to bend down if we're building them ourselves? We can have them however we want. So I'm hoping that we compromise and we meet somewhere in the middle, because I personally love the look of a low garden bed. Once we had the post and frame partially built, we poured the concrete into the holes and added water to make sure that everything was a little bit more stable. That way we could keep building without worrying about it shifting and making sure that it stayed nice and straight. As Chris poured the dry concrete into the holes, he carefully measured and adjusted each post to make sure everything was perfectly straight before he added the water. This house really is a labor of love, like I say it in every video. I hope one day the kids look back on this home and feel really proud of what we all have created. We got the majority of the framing done this weekend, and I cannot wait to see the progress we make next weekend. I posted a mini reel on Instagram, so if you are not following me over there, I highly suggest you do. That is where I post more in real time. But you guys over there were so excited about this project, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.